What's up YouTube? It's Brandon with 3H Survival, and today I want to talk with you about something that most people don't realize they need until it's too late, and that is going to be medical. What I carry on my person with medical supplies and also where to get it. So there's a couple things that you want to think about before just picking up a ton of medical supplies. It's going to be what you can use. So obviously if you're carrying sutures, you need to be proficient in being able to use them. So taking a course is going to be a huge deal. Everything that you carry on your person needs to have the ability to be used. So if you don't know how to use that, at least someone on your team or someone in your close proximity does know how to use those tools. So this is going to be the setup that I carry. It's the setup I carried in North Carolina. It's the setup that I carry whenever I'm going through any courses. It's the one that I carry on my gun belt. So with that being said, what do I carry? Now this is something that specifically is set up from Chuck. He is the owner of Homestead Medical and by far one of my favorite dudes in the medical field. He does classes where he goes over how to use all of these things, including wounds, wound packing, suturing, all of the information that you need to know to be able to become proficient in this and be able to survive a disastrous event with either you or someone that you love. So if you are interested in picking up any of this stuff I show in this video, or also taking one of his classes, which I highly recommend, I've been to his classes and they are great. You have a ton of information. Make sure you take notes and you could learn a lot. And not only learn something, but learn something that could save someone's life or even yourself. So if you want to do that, go to AppalachianMedicalSolutions.com. And I'll also leave a link in the description below to make it a whole lot easier on you guys being able to find it. So with that being said, let's get into it. So the main things that I carry are going to be, first off, going to be chest seal. So this is going to be something if you have a puncture wound, bullet wound, and you need to have something to be able to seal up that area right here. These are going to save your life. This has a twin pack, so one on the front, one on the back. Very valuable. Have I ever needed to use these? No, but I'm glad that I have them just in case. Next, you're dealing with bodily fluids, either yours or someone else's, so you need to have a pair of good quality gloves. I actually carry quite a few gloves on my person, but make sure you have some gloves with you. Next is going to be some S-roll gauze. What do you use this for? Packing wounds, stopping bleeding, all the really important things if you're bleeding a lot and you need to get that stopped, or you're going to unalive, which obviously you want to stay alive. Being unalive is counterproductive with life. What is one of the best survival tools I would say known to man? That is going to be duct tape. You can make splints with this. You can make bandages with this. A ton of different things you could use with duct tape. So he actually supplies you with duct tape in the kit as well, which is, in my opinion, a very big deal. You could also use this to make a chest seal if need be. So a lot of uses for duct tape. I'm sure I'll go over all the uses in a specific video for you guys in a later date, but duct tape is a big one. Next is going to be emergency trauma dressing. This is going to be another one to be able to put on your wounds, stop bleeding. A ton of different uses for this as well. And you could see here in this kit, it comes with everything that you really need to be able to help any bleeding, which is really important. So what happens if you're at the range and you get a piece of metal in your eye? A big thing, don't rub it. This eye patch is specifically made to put over your eye. It is an eye pad, so nothing can accidentally rub up against it or make it worse. So there's an eye pad in this kit as well. One of the most disgusting things in this kit is going to be the nasal airway. Now, I don't know if you've ever had one of these put in, but I'd assume that it's not a fun experience. If you are going to carry this, at least know how to use it. Some of these things are going to be a little bit hard to be able to use, so you need to do research to be able to carry one of these. Now, Chuck has things that you could pretty much order anything that you want. All you have to do is reach out to him and he'll get you the things that you need. Now, some of these things he expects you to go through a course to at least be able to know how to use them before he'll let you order them. But everything you could see here, you could get right on their website and it's not a huge deal. He'll send it straight to your door and you'll be ready to rock and roll. Last thing on here is a survival medical blanket. So if you're stuck out in the cold and need to stay alive, this is something to have on you. I have quite a few of these. I keep in my truck, I keep in my backpack, I keep on my person when I'm going through any training, and also in my med kits. So this is going to be a big one. They're cheap, so pick up about 10 of these. So this right here is actually something that has saved my life. I was in an accident with an axe. I went through some dry rotted wood. I thought it was hard, but it was not. Axe went straight through the wood, directly into my shin. I immediately told my wife to go get my tourniquet and was able to tourniquet myself, because as soon as I took the axe out, it was kind of just spur of the moment. Axe went in, I pulled it out, started squirting blood, and I was like, oh, I messed up. Should have kept that in there. But having a tourniquet on hand can save your life. And this is one of the things that has probably saved more people's lives than anything else on this table. So this is something that you need to have. You need to have multiple of these. I carry one on me every single day. He has different sizes to put in your actual kit, to carry on your person. A lot of good stuff. But if you do not have 10 good quality tourniquets, get yourself some today. Pause this video, go get some, come back and watch the end. Cat tourniquets are by far one of the most reputable brands, I believe. You could get some off Amazon, but if you go to try to torque down on this little bar, and you do not have the ability to torque down without it breaking, it's not going to save your life. So, rule of thumb, tourniquet. Practice with these. Don't just expect you're going to be able to use it if something happens. So, tourniquet. Main thing you need to do is practice with this. I even teach my kids just in case it came up with the instance that I'm not able to do it myself. So, tourniquet, go high up. Let's say the wound is here. We're going to cut off circulation on this arm. We're going to go high enough. We're going to cinch this down. And then we're going to twist. It's going to hurt, but you keep twisting until you can twist no more. It's going to pinch your skin, it's going to be uncomfortable. Then you lock it in right here. And as you can see, cutting off circulation. My arm's about to go dead. So practice with these. You need to understand exactly how to use them in case an instance came up that it will save your life. And remember, you keep torquing that down until you cannot anymore. It's not supposed to be pleasant. It's supposed to save your life. Another thing you want to do is carry around a Sharpie so you're able to write down the time that you put this tourniquet on. It's really important that when you go seek medical attention afterwards, if you're in a situation that you could go to the hospital, that they know the time that you put this tourniquet on. So, practice with your tourniquets. There's a lot of people that carry these around and have never used one before, so make sure you do. So how do you carry around all of these things in a very easy way? So I have the SOE Compact Tear-Off Med Pouch. The reason I use this is because there's another part that attaches to your gun belt that will stay on it until you need it, and you can just rip it off. I'm going to show you exactly how I pack this up so it's ready to rock and roll to save someone's life or save your life at any time. So the main part, we're going to put in our biggest things, our dressings, rescue blanket could go in this side pouch right here, along with our S-gauze. So that stuff tucks in really nicely right there. Chest seal. We're going to slide it behind the trauma dressing. Right like that. So now, nasal passageway, there's these little bands on the side that you could slide in these things to keep them from falling out if you actually did need to use this. Right like that. Then we're going to slide our gloves in. And the reason I'm putting all of these in the actual bands is because if I'm running around, I want this to all stay together. I don't want it sliding out, falling out when I'm running around, because that would be a rough time. Eye patch we could slide in here. And the duct tape, I just let right here on this little band, right on the front. And with all that stuff in there, you can put your tourniquet in here too. I have an extra place for my tourniquet on my actual belt to where it actually hangs out and I don't have to rip this off to get to my tourniquet. I can just grab it off the side very easily and be able to use it at any time. But you can put this in here as well. And then everything just folds up. Nice and tight, like this. And nothing is going to fall out of this at all. So that is my carry for medical equipment. Like I said, if you would like to get into learning more about medical or picking up some medical supplies, make sure you check out Homestead Medical. By far one of the best guys in the field, and he's willing to actually teach you the things, which is hard to find. With the medical field, obviously everyone knows there's quite a bit of gatekeeping involved. They don't want you to be able to protect yourself. They want you to go to the doctors and spend a ton of money. So knowing these things are going to be detrimental for your ability to survive. Remember, we all carry firearms, mostly on a daily basis. But not a ton of people are willing to put in the effort to learn medical. You're going to need to know medical way more than you'll ever use a firearm. So Homestead Medical is 3H approved. And remember, if you're wanting to learn more about preparedness, survival, and also seeing some cool reviews on this channel, make sure you like and subscribe down below. And also leave a comment about what medical equipment that you currently have on your person. If it's sutures, if it's a staple gun for being able to close up wounds, I'd like to know. And also, if you'd like me to go over any other medical equipment, I'm going to be doing some videos with Chuck so he could explain some stuff for you guys so you could better understand medical equipment. Stop bitching and complaining and start prepping and training. And I'll see you guys in the next one.